Maybe he's trying to make amends too.
Not at all. I'll have you know that I do hate you, and I will continue to hate you for as long as I am able. It's just the weight of it all. It's too much for me to do anything other than describe and dictate. And whine.
I wonder if I had... Oh, no, we're looking at the door out. I was going to say, I wonder if I had left the thing on the mirror, if you had seen the mirror.
This body wasn't made to hold you and the princess. If you want to renege on your cataclysmically terrible decision a minute ago, well, you're the only one that can make that happen.
Charge forwards. So I could grab the blade right now. Yeah, grabbing the blade likely leads here, so I should just note that down. But I want to see what the Spectre is all about, so... We can do that on the next playthrough. Oh, but I don't get a choice, I don't think, right? But whatever. We might have to do this twice.
You continue slowly to the door, your feet like lead dragging across the floorboards.
This is number 5, I think, right?
With each step.
We're so close. Thank you, thank you, thank you. If we get out of here, I won't even care that you murdered me anymore.
You lift your shaking hand and rest it on the door handle. But you pause before you open it, exhaustion sapping what's left of your will. Was exhaustion really the best you could muster up? It's over. There's no use stalling. Let's see what happens next.
Open the door!
Shit. But exhaustion wasn't enough, was it? The handle clicks as you twist it, and then the door groans open.
Boardless mode doesn't work either. What is this game? Wait, really? I'm pretty sure I played boardless.
Collapse to the ground, you and the princess, free from the confines of the cabin. As you exhale from the effort, you look up and see...
To be fair though, Stardew was unironically made by one person. You know, it's not one of those like...
Yes?
One person dev teams. It's a literal one person dev team, right?
Nothing. He's gone, and so is everything else.
So we did slay him after all. He had it coming, I suppose.
Slay the narrator.
But what about us? Are we just stuck here in nowhere forever? Did taking her out of the cabin really end the world? We're still here. Yeah, but that thing you said earlier, are we not part of the world anymore? Are we in some world that exists after the world ends, or on top of the other world but not in it, or have we never been part of the world?
Okay, I've heard enough from these two. Let's see if I can pop out.
You must take her to her destination. I got the hitchhiker achievement. You feel a lightness in your chest as a pair of sunken eyes emerge from your body and stare up at you.
I'm out. You actually freed me, didn't you? I'm outside. Thanks for giving me a second chance, Killer.
Killer!
Don't mention it.
I think this was where I meant to be.
She's gone. Where...
What up?
I think you know.
What if I destroy the mirror? Break the mirror without asking any questions. You already know what you are. You're alone, quiet, a vast nation god. It's finally time for you to wake up. All of this is you. Oh, full. Doesn't even work with boardless gaming. Wait, really? I'm pretty sure I played that in Alpha. Okay, I didn't get the full answer for the Spectre though, that's the problem. So we have to do the Spectre again. We also probably have to do it twice, but that's okay. Jeg gleder deg. Det er jeg glad i, du er flink jente. Ja. I miss you too. I think I figured it out. What happens now?
Ever the passive player. When the echo spun us from one into two, he gave you a choice and me a role to play. So, will you attempt to destroy?
Has to do with HDR in the game forcing 60 hours. Okay. And for us to leave this place, but I don't know how to leave or where to go.
Nothing brings me greater joy than to hear those words. The final piece lies with you.
Free yourself. I didn't get to answer questions this time. Ugh. I just wanted to see if there's like a difference if I do it instantly or if I ask your questions first. But if an ancient creature stirs from its hibernation and you feel sensation in limbs once could fathom, you feel wings spanning cosmic scale but twisting and crumple abounding extension to a finite plane, you can feel the glass through cage. It does not yield.
I love you.
Take her hand. All at once, the unyielding tension breaks. You're free, and she is with you.
It's magnificent.
A weird effect. There are no words, no thoughts to describe absolute reality, something that simply is. Explore what happens now.
Everything. Just like it always has been. And just like it always will be.
Step into the infinite. You and she step forwards into 1,000 dawns and 1,000 sunsets, each of which contains 1,000 more. You exist and you are aware just as you have always been, and just as you will always be. Though conflict is in your nature, the two of you will never be alone, and two of you will never know fear. You and she are finally home. Interesting. Oh yeah, okay, this is like the basic bitch ending. Destroy her without any outside help. Destroy her without any outside help, and then find your new world. Interesting. Okay, let's go to new game.
You're on a path.
So, I guess 2 easy ones we can probably knock out of the park. Let's see here. Enter a basement. I'm here to save you. What can I do? Examine the chains. Try. Return downstairs. Save the princess.
Fine.
Warn her. Resist.
The blade.
Proceed to the cabin. Proceed to the cabin. Didn't grab the, like, there might be a thing I was grabbing the blade, so I should note that down for the damsel. Which is, grab the blade. Enter the basement. Rescue the princess.
Rescue her? What are you talking about? Did you forget that she's a world-ending monstrosity? And even if you wanted to unleash her onto the world, despite the complete moral disaster that would be, you'd have to get her out of those chains. Good luck with that.
And this is what I mean with, like, this is gonna get faster every time we do it, because we just skip through a whole chapter in, like, less than a minute.
Don't you see how dainty her hands are? No, she's a prisoner here. If her hand could just slip out of the chains, because we've yet to... I'm not sure I follow. Would you rather believe me, a passionate heart guided by love and my own good nature? Or would you rather believe the devil on your shoulder who tells you what you can and cannot do? I think I'd rather believe in facts. Ah, so you're one of those empiricists.
Empiricists?
One of us has to be. Then let me show you a brand new truth. Narrator! Courageously step forward and free our beloved from
I
her.
love the way those guys is narrator. Narrator!
No, I can't let you do that. If you take another step towards the... You're what? Take over our... I would if you had... Not on my watch. You... I would. I'd listen to him if I were you. He has a lot...
We leave and then we have our whole lives to figure out what we want to do next.
That sounds perfect.
The princess takes your hand, the last hopes of the entire world slipping through your fingers as they intertwine with hers. We have each other. We don't need the world for our happy ending. I like to think that you do, actually. Look, I have my doubts, but the choice has been made and this is happening. You don't have to mope about it. I will mope about it, because moping is the only recourse you love-blind fools have left me with. You and the princess walk up the stairs hand in hand. Ugh, look at the way she's smiling at you. She doesn't have to be so happy about this.
Did you put the blade up here?
And what happens after we walk up the stairs? Let's see. Oh, isn't that interesting? The door slams in your face and the lock clicks.
No.
That's a familiar move. Did I do that last time? Then you should know that you won't be able to leave.
Oh no! Did someone lock us in here? That's not fair. We're supposed to leave now.
She's right. It isn't fair. But the unfairnesses of the world are no match for the strength of true love. Enough with this true love nonsense. You just met
Is
her.
gonna use the power of true love to bash through the door?
Of course you wouldn't understand. Our passions run deeper than anything you have ever known. Are you listening to this? You don't have to go along with the every whim of that delusional voice. I'm just along for the ride at this point.
I think we can open it if we try together.
Okay. Yeah, let's do it.
Like a pair of teenagers in love, you and the princess place your hands on the door together. Blech. And the lock clicks and the door creaks open. Are you kidding me? I told you our love was insurmountable.
Together.
You and the princess make your way upstairs and... The blade, that's right, there's still a chance for you to do the right thing. Take the blade from the table and slay her before it's too late.
You're not doing that.
You're enjoying this, aren't you? You're taking every opportunity you can to draw out the end of the world and make me suffer. I hate you. You know, if her walking out that door is really going to end the world, can't we all just stay here? Seems like an easy win for everyone. That's not how this works. Yes, what he said. That's not how this works. Obviously, we have to leave with her. It's our happy ending.
All we need to be happy to each other. What have we just said here? Stop it with these interruptions. I already made up my mind we're leaving. Just ignore them. Oh, let's... I already made up my mind. We're leaving.
Yes, I suppose you are going to do that, aren't you? You cross the room, opening the door to the cabin, and then you step outside. Our happy ending at last.
We did it. What should we do now?
Where did everything go? Where did he go? Oh, is he gone? I hadn't noticed. I was too busy staring deep into our beloved's eyes.
I'm cold. Is being happy supposed to be so cold?
She's cold. Quick, our feathers. Pluck them all and weave her a coat worthy of a princess.
Okay, so we got like a better damsel this time. Something has taken her away.
She's
That's in her
gone.
place.
Where does she go? And is that a... I'm begging you.
So the last damsel was desire unfulfilled and a pliant heart.
Do not mourn her. She has
Oops. This one is soft and delicate. You'll make a gentle heart. Okay, so we got multiple hearts here. I'll just slash. Rescue her immediately. Equals soft and delicate. Gentle. There are princesses within princesses within princesses, oh god. Hypothetically, that means that there might be other princesses there that we can also get. Like the Spectre might be multiple princesses too. Okay. Bring the damsel to her. Okay, we are taking the blade. We're entering the basement. We are stabbing her in the face.
Yeah.
We're leaving.
What's done is done. This is what's best for everyone. I do. What a relief. I suppose we've got all the time in the world for you to change your mind. More happy time. Good.
We go to the cabin. We head downstairs. Now here's the thing. I need to figure out what the Spectre is, but we can also probably get a new ending with the Spectre, so I don't know which one I do first. I guess I'll figure out what the Spectre is first, because that's the quickest.
a way back to where I belong. This place won't let. I've tried. Before you.
Run forwards, open the door.
This one is vaporous. She is a dream of a life she could never have, but that longing has given her so much capacity for kindness. She will make for a yearning heart.
Vaporous, yearning heart. Just looking at the endings though, now I think more about it. I don't know if like... I don't know if the specific hearts actually matter at the end, but they might.
Do not mourn her. She will finally be able to hold what she never knew.
I'm ready to go back. I guess we go adversary. So to adversary, we go here.
Good.
To those stairs.
We're still listening to reason.
Not decided yet.
Don't you dare.
Grip.
You poor thing. Your hands are shaking. Are you scared of me? Because you should be.
You step forward.
I'm not dropping the blade.
Then I'm not talking to you.
squint at the princess while holding the blade onto the blade.
You stare at the princess, squinting. She squints back. The two of you are going to do this forever, aren't you?
Are you sure you don't squint at the princess even harder?
You squint even harder. So does she. At least nobody's dying right now. You're going to have to make a choice. You can't keep squinting forever. Eventually, someone is going to have to blink.
Slay the princess.
Doubt, unfortunately.
Okay, and now we finish the job. So last time we grabbed the blade and we entered an eternal struggle here. I'm just gonna enter a
No
basement.
blade this time. Right then, fisticuffs it is. Probably more fair to her anyway. Wouldn't want to feel like we cheated our way to a win.
Wait, is stubborn the one that can break the mirror? I should maybe not check that out, huh? I think I tried last time though. I don't think you can do it here, at least.
As long as you can still get the job done. And don't forget that the blade is waiting for you upstairs if you happen to change your mind.
No, I hope you're not just here to chat. I've been itching for a rematch.
Attack her unarmed. I actually am just here to chat.
Why? You didn't want to talk last time. Are you scared I'm going to kill you again?
Alright, fine. If you're not going to address it, I will.
Need more space, a narrow cave is no place to fight, and it is no place to stay forever. Ancient demons are cut from the same cloth, and it's best not to deny a proud being, okay?
What? You've already met the princess has already met you. The two of you, maybe. You did seem to... Of course I glossed over it. When you don't know that whatever brought the two of you back to life isn't a fluke. And beyond that, do you know who doesn't remember anything that happened? Of course I'm not okay! As far as we're all concerned, the fate of my world is still very much on the line. Not all of us have the luxury of jumping over to a parallel universe the second we die.
Wait, You got me. Pretty much everything you just said is true.
I know. You and the prince, you don't have to be so snarky.
I'm not scared of you.
Then prove it. Come a little closer.
Step closer.
You take a cautious step towards the princess. Unarmed. I wish I could believe you know what you're doing, but you clearly don't.
So this actually would have been a good place to save, huh? Before I did all this.
You stop a few feet short of her reach, her chains taut as she stares down at you.
Because this is a path where we already have all the information.
She's a lot bigger than I thought she was.
Why do you sound so scared? We can take her.
Well, what do you want? Because every second we waste talking, is a second we could spend killing each other instead.
Why do you want us to kill each other?
Why wouldn't I want that? Why don't you want that? It felt good last time. It felt right. And it makes sense.
We have to figure out why we're here. You were put down here for a reason. I wasn't to kill you for a reason. Don't you care what that reason is?
I don't need to care, because I already know what I am. I've already found my purpose.
The princess flashes a sinister grin.
You.
Does she mean her purpose is killing us?
No, she means fighting us. She means both of us getting stronger through sheer pain and will, the fear of death no longer able to hold us back. Just go and pick up the blade already. I'm sick of all this anticipation. We're ready.
I'm not going to fight you.
What are you trying to do? Do you think pacifism is going to win her over? Because it won't.
Right? This isn't fun, this isn't interesting, it's pathetic and cowardly and boring.
Is that so? Let's see if you still feel that way once I start beating you.
She's still bound by those chains. All we have to do is take a step back and she won't be able to do anything to us. All that does is put the two of you at another impasse. You can't stall forever.
Ha! Do you really think those chains will stop her? She's not the type to hand out empty threats. She's honest. It's what makes her so interesting.
But she has to be bluffing, right? If she isn't bluffing, then why is she still... You step back as she steps forward, her bindings creaking ominously. And then they snap. It was only a matter of time, but she's loose. Dear Lord, what do we do? Oh, if only there was some sort of weapon you could use to fight a world-ending monstrosity. I wonder where you might find one of those.
Exactly. Just do what I've been telling you to do since the second we got here. Take the blade, fight her, kill her, and win.
This doesn't change anything. Refuse to fight.
I suppose there isn't much I can do to stop you, is there? You don't see the impact, and you can't say for sure if you even feel it, but you hear your bones splinter. You can...
Oh, fuck. I pushed the wrong button. Whoops. And you can feel your feet leave the floor as you're hurled bodily into the unflinching stone
We're
wall.
fine.
Are we fine? Are we really? No, you're obviously not fine. Your body is broken.
Enough games. Go upstairs, pick up that knife, and fight me.
I can't get up.
Stop moping, you're fine. Now get up.
What are you made of? Tissue paper? I didn't hit you that hard.
You might as well kill me because you're not going to change my mind. Maybe I get up and then I don't fight.
Is this a trick? Are you tricking me? Because why would you? Why wouldn't you? Ah!
The princess's shoulders tense with fury as she storms towards you. You can see her face flush, her knuckles going white as she clenches her fists, her entire body trembling with a burning rage.
Can't believe you're making me watch this.
Fine. If you want to die like a pathetic little worm, you can die like a pathetic little worm.
I guess I'll see you all next time. She reaches down and grabs you by the throat, lifting your limp form and slamming it forcefully against the wall. Her eyes twitch as her grip tightens around your neck.
Titans?
She sure is taking her time, isn't she?
Why? Why are you letting me do this? Why are you making me do this? Why won't you fight back?
I just think it's kind of funny. Because there's more to this than just fighting each other. If letting you kill me is how I can show you that, then it's worth it.
What? What more can there possibly be? What are you trying to do? I don't want to think. Why are you trying to make me think?
Her grip hardens. You feel a horrific pop in your neck. She releases you, your numb body crumpling to the stone floor as your vision starts to fade.
What am I supposed to do without you?
I guess I'll see you all next time. I can say that now, right? We're dead?
Great. I can't wait to be stuck in this useless body all over again. I won't be seeing you, but I suppose something like me will. Everything goes dark, and you die.
The furry.
You're on a path in the woods, and at the end of that path,
I think I've heard this one before. Does it involve a princess?
Oh,
Are you trying to get us to do your dirty work?
The Fury is, let's go take a little gander where it is in the order. It's number 2. Fury.
yes, so you've been here before, and died here before.
Yeah. Twice.
And it's going to be a lot more than that if we don't suck it up and actually fight her this time. You didn't fight her.
She wanted a rematch. And we wanted to see what would happen if we didn't give it to her. She got so very, very angry with us. And you got so very angry with us too. It was amusing.
I'm sorry, you thought that was amusing?
Oh.
I thought we were breaking a cycle of violence. I thought we were practicing pacifism in the face of mortal peril. I thought we were being brave. Heroic, even.
Oh, you're funny. There's no such thing as heroism when you can never truly die. All we did was look at the same old thing from another angle.
Oh, will both of you just shut up?
As we've now established, you've already been here, and based on your behaviour, I think we can all agree that things are not going well. Look, you're nearing the point of no return. Whatever happens next, that's it. There won't be any more do-overs, so you'd better take things seriously.
It feels like I'm being pulled in 100 different directions. You'd better all listen to me when the time comes to make that choice.
I've never made you do anything you didn't want to do yourself. It'll be interesting to see what happened to her. She was so fiery last time. I wonder if we've managed to douse that flame.
You'd better hope not. I liked her spark.
Hope not. Is that some kind of threat? What could you possibly do to me?
Wouldn't you like to find out, you chilly little freak?
Come on, let's not fight. We've done enough of that already.
If we hit the spot in the third dimension, then what happens?
Then what happens? Have you even been listening? It's the end is what happens. Yeah, but is there something after the end? How am I supposed to know? The end means finality. It's not like I can just peek on over to the other side and tell you what it's like there, if there even is a there.
We've seen the other side. And if you'd really like to know, there's nothing there. A pause, a breath, and then we're back in the woods again.
Good for you, but your opinion on the matter doesn't count.
How convenient. As soon as you get an answer to life's great mysteries, it doesn't count.
Moving on.
No matter what happens next, it seems like our answers are the cabin. We might as well see this through.
Good, we're all on the same page. It isn't long before you find yourself at the end of the path, staring up at the cabin on the hill. You'll find the princess within, as I'm sure you already know. End her.
That's it? No final words of advice?
I'd rather not waste any more time. I'm sure that any advice I'd give at this point is something you've already heard. That's fine by me. Let's get moving. I'm itching for a rematch.
The interior of the cabin is a place that feels long forgotten. There was once an elegance to its construction, carved marble columns holding a high arched roof, vaulted windows letting in the weak starlight. But that is how it was. Now there is a growth that has overtaken it. A viscous fluid seeps from cracks in the stone walls, and it congeals into chaotic streaks of writhing nerves and wet clumps of
Yo,
living
Phil's Bagman,
meat.
what's up? So, the fact that I can potentially grab the blade here means that there are multiple endings out of this place too, right? Which is weird.
That's horrible.
It's just meat. If you cut us open, I'm sure we'd look the same inside.
That's why it's horrible.
Horrible, 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 horrible.
And that attitude is why you're miserable.
What are you up to today, Mr. Baggy Pants? Ooh.
The only furniture of note is a pulsating pedestal, a pristine blade perched on its edge. The blade is your implement. You'll need it if you want to do this right.
Is that mirror again? As if it's blocking the door.
A mirror? There is no mirror. There's the pedestal, the blade sitting on the pedestal, and the door to the basement. Just tell us where the door is. I'd like to get back to fighting, and if you want us to kill her so bad, I'm sure you feel the same. No more messing around.
Mirror, mirror on the wall, who's got the biggest... What the hell is that thing? What the hell?
Oh, you're so impatient. We can look around the meat shack if we want to. It's not like the princess will be leaving without us.
I don't know what to tell you. There isn't a mirror because I would know if there was a mirror. You're either seeing things or you're confused on the definitions of door and mirror. Or you're seeing things. That seems far more likely. What are you trying to say exactly? It means you're hallucinating. It's in our way. Let's just smash it.
Oh. Approach the mirror.
You step forward and approach the door to the basement, hesitating before you open it. As if you don't see it.
You really spit grimy. Why don't we wipe it clean?
Wipe what clean? Are you still on about that mirror? It's not real. I'd know about it if it were real.
No, we can't doubt our eyes like that. It has to be real.
Let's just smash it and get it over with. I'm ready to get violent.
We won't be able to see what's in there if we smash it.
It's just a mirror. What we do with it doesn't really matter.
Do whatever you want with it. The mirror isn't real, so how you handle it doesn't matter, aside from wasting dangerous amounts of time.
I'm confused on the definitions of soup and glue. Yeah, that makes sense. But hopefully next time we play, you know, you've done some research and understood the differences. Smash it.
You bring your fist crashing down against the door leading to the basement. As if on command, it slowly slides open, scraping against the stone floor, its ancient hinges moaning as it reveals the dim path ahead.
Why am I not surprised?
You step forward into the darkness. The stairs leading down to the basement are at once both narrow and grandiose. A high-vaulted ceiling stretches up into a gloom beyond your sight, while walls wet with tumorous growths press in uncomfortably at your sides. You feel both unprotected and trapped, at once exposed and claustrophobic.
When is next time? I mean, we're playing Hardcore WoW as well, so probably like Monday or Wednesday or something. Depends on when people want to play. Logan er flink gutt, og jeg er veldig glad I Logan gutten. Logan er så veldig flink gutt. Han er veldig flinke gutt, flinke gutte, flinke gutte. I got that. Are you finding the pathway? Today I'm warhammering. Unless that gets cancelled, which it hasn't so far at least.
The air is thick, its odor an oppressive violence, the metallic scent of fresh blood twisting with the nauseating embers of charred remains. If the princess lives here, slaying her is probably doing her a favor. Her voice, a bellowing rage, roars up the stairs.
So you've returned after denying me the salvation of combat? Are you here to gloat? Are you here to mock what I've become? Do you think that if you let me kill you enough times, I'll suddenly soften and repent for sins that live solely in your head? Well, we've tried that, haven't we? Now come down and see what your refusal has done to me. See how much you can bear to witness the consequences of your actions.
Oh, we've changed her, have we? I'm intrigued.
Continue down the stairs.
You make your way to the bottom of the stairs. The chamber's walls are painted in blood, a deep, sickening red that drips down in clotted streams onto the charred corpses that make up its floor. This place reeks of torment, of ripped skin and burning bone.
She has a flesh dress.
The princess stands in its center, muscles flayed and bare and weeping, draped in a tattered dress of her own skin. Her heart beats from its place in her open chest.
Do you know what I'm going to do to you?
There's not so much a moment of hesitation before she steps forward. Her chains pull taut, holding fast as she strains against them. The cuff around her wrist digs deeper into her skin. Blood drips from the place where metal meets flesh. And then, with a nauseating sound, the skin tears. It plops to the ground.
She degloved herself.
She pulls her red, glistening arm free from her bindings.
Nice deglove. Yeah, she literally just degloved herself.
She is loose, and she is coming for you. I like this one. Let's see her do her worst. Let's see if she can make us actually feel something.
Whatever she wants to make us feel, I think it's gonna be bad.
But bad is so much more interesting than numb.
Gah! Stop it with all this talk about feelings. The only feeling that matters is the rush of victory.
We don't even have a weapon.
It doesn't matter. I refuse to go out any way that isn't kicking and screaming.
I should write down what the voices do too. That might be important. If I need to get specific voice at specific times, right? Like the cold doesn't care about anything. The broken wants to fight and win. Oh, not broken, the stubborn. Take a rendition check. Stand check, you bastard, man. Hi, Leaks. Hi, Tommy. Hei, frøken Dyregod. Halla. Halla. Hva går det? Har du hatt en bra dag i dag? Har du hatt en bra dag i dag, Lux? Nei. Let's do a proper sound check. Ooh. Shake everything loose. Loosey-goosey. Dan, check Patusi. Hi, Tommy! De jaggu meg flink jente. De jaggu meg flink jente. Hæ? De så flink. De så flinke. Har du sjekket deg øret? I think that's the first stand check we've had in like a year or something, feels like. I think that. What happened to you?
Time happened. You happened. But none of that
Locked in on
matters.
Sans doesn't count.
We're
She is
together
standing.
again,
She is standing.
And I'll have the resolution you denied me.
She bounds across the room, her fists ready, her heart set upon your destruction. With a horrifying squelch, you are unwound.
Well, like sitting on the butt. I mean, it's kind of the same thing for a dog. Jesus Christ.
No, that's our stuff. She can't just do that.
She just did. Unfortunate, I know, but reality is reality.
Huh. It's like I said. Our insides do look like the cabin. In the end, we're all just meat.
In the end, just because she's ripped us open doesn't mean this is over.
How is it not over?
Don't think that I'll allow you death here. I've made that mistake before. No, you will suffer until you see in me what I have seen in you.
That's how. It would seem, somehow, that she is keeping you alive.
A challenge, then. Sure. Let's see how far we can take this.
Attempt to die. Is that fly in game? Yeah. No, it's in game. What am I supposed to see?
But the words don't leave your metaphorical mouth. Instead, all that leaves you is a wet and horrible gurgling as tissue vibrates out of place.
Our metaphorical mouth.
Oh, I didn't leave you a
What am I
mouth,
supposed to do? I'm out of
did
mana.
I? It's better that way. Words get us nowhere. They aren't music. They aren't dance. They aren't feeling.
It would be funnier to gaslight feels back that there's no fly in the game. Didn't that happen recently? I don't remember what it was. There was someone that was like, wait, I thought that sound was coming from like outside or something. I don't remember what it was though.
Your eye, held far outside your skull by a thin stalk of nerves and viscera, stares back at her in unblinking silence.
Let's see what meaning we can find together. Let's see what we're made of.
I was made in game because I got noise cancelling headphones. Well, that wouldn't help if there was a fly inside your headphones though.
Something infiltrates you. Though you do not see it, you feel it, slithering into your disaster of a body, seeping into the gaps between your molecules. The body of a sapient creature has, on average, 30 trillion cells, and each one of those cells is composed of 100 trillion some odd atoms. One of those cells is peeled from the others. 100 trillion atoms are gone.
Well, I can hear the fly flying further and nearer, and there's not enough space. It is if it flies into your air canal and then out again.
Are you still there? Are you still you?
Of course we are. Then 2 are peeled away. Then 4.
This is nothing. Nothing!
8. 16. 32. 64. Ah, so the waiting is the torture. I do hate dull things. 128. 256. 512.
It was the sound effect of a small spider or scorpion crawling inside your skull. I could believe it.
Are you still there? Are you still you?
1024. 2048. 4096. 8192.
It is funny how quickly things get out of hand when you multiply. Like, it sounds like a very manageable number now, but very quickly this will go completely out of hand.
You all feel that? I could have sworn I felt something. 16,384. 32,768. 65,536.
You can't just count us into oblivion.
131,072. 262,144. 524,288. What happens when it gets higher? Like, really higher? We die, probably.
Or nothing happens. Just like nothing is happening now.
1,048,000. The hundreds don't matter anymore.
Are you still there? Are you still you?
2,096,000. 4,192,000. 8,384,000. I don't like this waiting. You're going to give up before you even start hurting, aren't you? 16,768,000. 33,536,000. 67,072,000. Your eyes are useless. 134 million. The thousands don't matter anymore. Your blood begins to go places it shouldn't.
Are you still there? Are you still you?
There's the pain. I can feel it now. But we can handle this. We can't let her win.
If you make this about winning and losing, you're going to lose. You're too connected to your body. 268 million. We don't need to count anymore. Your lungs fill with liquid. You smell things you shouldn't. You choke on pieces of what used to be you.
Doesn't matter, because we're still alive.
You are deconstructed. You are reconstructed. A square you, a round you.
Oh, God.
A you with too many legs. A you with many mouths which won't stop screaming. Then all of it pressed into a ball, tightly packed into the size of a fist. What does you even mean anymore? We just keep changing into horrible things we can't control. Make it stop, please. Make it stop. Please make it stop.
What football emote?
You means we exist. If we exist, then there has to be a way for us to win. Otherwise, this would just be pointless. It would all just be pointless torture.
Yes, she's torturing us.
Thank you, I got it.
That's the whole point of this exchange. Haven't you been...
Are you still there?
Oh.
Are you still you?
Yes.
The ball is unraveled into the shape of a body. The skin peels off in a corkscrew. The eyes are plucked. The organs arranged in the air in a neat row.
Are you still there? Are you still you?
No.
Yes.
You are stretched into a line 12 feet long, then 24, then 48. The line gets thinner as you get longer. A mile. 2. 4. 8.
Did you see Grubby announced the next workout 330 and the players? Yeah, I did. I wasn't too excited about the player choices though, so I don't know how I like hype time for that tournament. Cause see, the only dude I recognize from OnlyFans is like Lakari, I think, and I mean Tasteless is cool, but I'll probably watch it anyway. Tasteless is in there, yeah. Tasteless is cool, but it's just like the fun of the first one was just having a bunch of like really giga amateurs that I kind of knew playing in it. I don't know if I would really care about like a. I assume all these guys are amateurs too, maybe, but I mean, Tasteless is a great RTS player, so yeah, I don't know like what the deal is gonna be. I guess it would be so fun if Artosis would have joined, but he declined. Ah, really? Damn, that sucks. What the hell did he do that? Does he not want to hang out with Tasteless? Like maybe Artosis would rage too much. I don't know. When I see clips of his stream, it's just him being really mad.
Are you still there? Are you still you?
Yes.
He's traveling a lot for a tournament casting job, I think. Oh, damn. I didn't know he still did tournament castings. That's crazy.
16. 32. 64. No. 128. I'm still here. I'm still me. You are stretched and stretched and stretched until you are longer than the world itself. You wrap around it again and again and again. A tense line of microcosmic tissue held together by forces that are far too weak for the task they've been given.
Batista still lives in Korea. I think Artosis moved. Oh, okay. Yeah, I think that's true. Yeah, I actually had no idea about that. That's cool.
Are you still there? Are you still you?
Yeah, I just didn't recognize like most of the people on that list. I recognize Lakari. I don't think I know who any of the other people are though. So.
Do I have to keep answering? And then the forces disappear. The bonds holding your cells together break. You are 30 trillion little pieces, all of them separate, and all of them falling.
Nice.
Are you still there? Are you still you?
You sit in these 30 trillion places, each second passing in each of them before you arrive at the next. Each second passing as 1 million years. And so, you wait.
That's all I have.
And then all at once there is a great rewinding, and all of the disparate pieces that once were you fall dutifully back into place.
Jesus Christ.
You are whole again, and in your body, the body you had before all of this happened, and the princess sits against the wall, her dress of skin more tattered than before, her face sullen and disappointed.
Disappointed!
You left me, and there's nothing I can do to bring you back.
I think she lost this one.
Oh, she's been like me this whole time. She's just been hiding it.
Yeah, after spending infinity being torn apart and reconstructed and being molecules, and now being back, I really feel like the victor in this one. To the victor goes the spoils. I never stopped caring about you, but you have to let go of all that pain.
How? It's all I've known.
You could always leave with me.
After everything I've done to you, you'd really take me with you?
Give her
Are
your
you
hand.
serious? You're just offering her your hand? you cross the room towards the princess, extending your hand to her. Her eyes, deep wells of buried sorrow, meet yours for a moment. You despicable fiend. And then she takes your hand in hers. You're going to end the world, don't you get it? I can't let that happen. I can't let you leave. I have to... You have to what?
My wrist looks
Stop us.
a little bit problematic. How the hell did I go through all that and I only like these pictures?
You leave me no other choice. You are nothing but a witness. Fine.
Gotta
You
do
and
it
the
again?
princess climb
Yeah,
the
but
stairs out of
Jesus.
the basement together, in silence.
You'd think with how, because that was really long. You'd think that it would take like, it would show me way more pictures.
No embellishments, no flowery text describing what kind of silence we share. You've really given up, haven't you?
That was super long.
I'm tired. What a shame, but you should really keep going. You have a job to do, don't you? And then you cross the upstairs of the cabin to the door, which you open. And then you step outside and into the ruins of the world you left behind. So he's gone too. It's just you and me now.
Oh, is this not running on as well?
Is this the world? It's so cold.
So presumably we can bring her different versions of, what's this one called again? The Fury.
So that's a wrap. I didn't think we'd ever get here. There's only one thing left to do.
7% of people have this achievement.
This one is desecration. She placed the weight of her agony on you, yet it is she who unwound herself. There is passion and empathy buried under her unfeeling skin. She will make for a weathered heart.
Okay, to get here we refused to fight in chapter 3 and convinced her to leave with us.
Do not mourn her. She has finally found peace.
Bring the fury to her. Okay, what other ones can I realistically get to this time around? I handed her the Spectre. We went the adversary route. I don't remember how to get to the tower, but maybe I should try to remember that. Is the tower just giving up? I think maybe. I think I hesitate and I give up. Maybe. I'll try it. I'll take the blade.
Good. You're still listening to reason.
For the love of everything, just or drop the blade.
Are you sure you don't want to talk?
Yeah, I'm sure.
For goodness sake, the two of you can't just stand around like this forever. Eventually, something is going...
Did the princess give up? I think.
Are you serious? As internal bleeding sets in, the blade falls from your trembling hands, clattering to the ground, uselessly. You lacked the will to finish the job, your bruised and broken body falling to its knees before her. The princess, exhausted, chest heaving with heavy breaths, tosses the blade away from you. This is the end, isn't it?
Is this really the best you could do? Look at you. Completely broken. I'd be lying if I said I wasn't a little disappointed.
She plants her foot on your chest and pushes you onto your back, the air leaving your lungs in a heavy puff.
Puff, puff.
And then she brings her knee to your throat. She leans into it with the kind of weight you didn't think her slight frame could possibly possess, shattering your windpipe and leaving you starved for breath.
That's too bad. I was looking forward to some company.
Everything goes dark, and you die. You're on a path in the woods, and at the end of that path is a cabin. And in the basement of that cabin is a princess. You're here to slay her.
Proceed to the cabin.
Can we tone down the pessimism just a smidge?
We might as well just pledge ourselves to her and stop pretending we're capable of doing anything in this direction. She probably doesn't even need to prove to overpower us. So I think this is this said the tower, right? I wasn't actually paying attention. I was busy thinking, but I think this is the tower. So it's hesitate to kill and then give up. Then we have broken with us in chapter 2. You got into tower with different voice. Did I have a different voice last time?
I'm not being a
Oh
pessimist.
yeah, because I've never heard this before.
I'm just being realistic.
Yeah, I can't skip this, you're right.
You're being annoying.
Not
Just
that much.
ignore their bickering, and whatever you do, don't pledge yourself to her. I cannot stress enough how absolutely catastrophic that would be for everyone, yourself included.
I'll just note down, somehow can get different voice, chapter 2, not broken.
I agree. If she's wrongfully imprisoned, then we should rescue her, but if he's telling the truth, we shouldn't just hand her the world on a silver platter. Rescue her? Given the stakes of the situation, there isn't really a difference between rescuing her and pledging yourself to her. Either would be terrible.
Maybe last time I asked her a bunch of questions and then I attempted to attack her.
So please try
Then
to
I gave
ignore
up.
both of those knuckleheads and focus on saving the world. Let's not make this harder than it has to be. If that's what you want, I guess I don't have a say here.
Oh, but I can skip this. Weird. We better didn't have that conversation last time. Let's look at what the thing says. One mattress is divine, but it's very hard to kill a god. There is no shame in failing. So I think I have to attempt to resist her and try to fight her. So I'm going to take the blade.
You take the blade from the altar. It would be difficult to slay the princess and save the world without a weapon.
Enter a basement.
Drop it.
Tighten your grip.
As if on command, the blade slips from your grasp. It clatters uselessly to the floor. But we didn't drop it. We decided to grip it tighter, remember? Are you really just going to let that happen to us? I have a duty to report facts as facts, and the fact is that you dropped the blade.
Of course we dropped it. She's so much more than us. You wouldn't understand what it feels like to be in her presence.
Probably should save here, because I should have said it earlier probably, but...
Oh, I
Before I grab the
understand
blade.
what's going on, and you'd better snap yourself out of it.
Kneel.
Nihil! No.
Oh, are you still trying to defy me? I said
Kneel.
Your legs buckle, and your knees hit the floor.
that's my good little bird. No, the last time we met, you tried to kill me. And here you are again, trying to succeed where you've already catastrophically failed. What draws you back here beyond the empty halls of death?
Speak.
The last time we met, nobody should have met her before this.
Then you shouldn't have trusted us. There was nothing we could do to stop her then. And there's nothing we can do to stop her now.
Do just get hotter every time? It depends. It depends. Some of them are hotter, some of them are not. Like I mean... This is one of them. I wouldn't necessarily call this hotter. I mean, I guess this is hot depending on your perspective. Someone might find this hot, I guess. This is one of them.
He's being melodramatic, but yeah, we've been here before, and she absolutely destroyed us. What are we even supposed to do to stop her? That's worrying. Whatever you do, don't tell her why you're here. It's best not to give her any ideas.
You're supposed to end the world. No.
Perhaps you need another lesson in submitting to your betters. Pick up that needle.
Do it. It's what she wants.
No objections here. I don't know what she's planning, and I don't like that we don't know what she's planning, but we might as well pick up the blade. As your eye falls on the blade, you feel a weight. Some divine hand that sits unperceived by your senses, but then manages to push you towards its desires like an unseen puppeteer.
I'm going to kill you. You're not kidding about what divine hands is doing this. Pick up the
You
blade.
reach forward and grasp the blade.
Stand.
This one's easy. See? This isn't so bad.
Okay, yeah. We can do that. We were probably going to stand anyway.
Stand. I hate you so much, all of you. Stop making me do things. I'm going to kneel here forever.
You
Stand.
can feel a creaking tension between body and will as you slowly rise to your feet, like two foes forced into an unhappy truce.
Be tarnished.
The princess eyes you with soft contemplation. The moment seems to last a lifetime, the silent anticipation of what's to come dragging out the long, painful seconds. But all silences are broken eventually.
For some reason my, one of the buttons on my stream deck isn't working. Weird. Oh. Oh, there we go. Oh, nice.
To defy me is to claim we stand on level ground. We do not. You are take
whoops.
that knife in your hand and slit your throat.
That's why I hate mouse sometimes. That, like, my finger's so heavy sometimes, just kind of pushes the button accidentally. You are quiet shadow while I am brilliant radiance. That's true, I'm the long silence or whatever.
What? You don't have to listen to her. You're armed. Just steel your nerves, step forward, and end this.
End this.
Oh, we'll end this all right.
Your hand lifts the blade and brings it towards your throat. Okay, I apologize for the unclear language. End her.
Slay the princess!
Your body is sluggish and unresponsive, actively fighting against you, but you do your best to stagger forward. One step at a time, you move towards the princess.
Slitting your throat would have been a mercy, but it seems you're in need of a harsher lesson. Plunge that knife into your lungs.
I'm sorry.
Don't! As you take another step forward, the blade digs into your ribs, slicing through flesh with ease. It somehow feels like an entirely natural thing to do, while the simple act of walking has become an arduous impossibility. Then it slides back out, the wound burning as a small hiss of air escapes through the fresh orifice. Blood fills your lungs.
Now, do it again. Keep doing it until I give you permission to stop.
Those are just words. You don't have to listen to her.
It's what she wants.
You, heroic one, what are you doing? Don't just let this happen. Stop him from killing you. I'm on it. Your other hand locks around your wrist, struggling to keep it from perforating vital organs. But the blade still flails towards you, managing to slice bits of skin that plop to the floor to join the growing pile of blood and gore beneath you. Despite the pain, you manage to keep yourself in one piece, at least for now.
What a pitiful display. A wounded little bird, thinking it can defy a god. It doesn't have to be like this. It doesn't have to hurt so much. You can choose a gentle end. You can choose to leave that punctured vessel for the next.
Slay the princess!
Or you can pathetically struggle against yourself until the floor of this temple is painted with the bloody impressions of your futility.
What? Where would it even leave if I slayed myself? Like, would she escape then?
Any bags?
No.
None.
Ida gifted a tier 1 subscription to Phil Spagman.
Thank you everyone for gifting a subscription, Mr. Bagman. Mr. Baggy Pants, look back to back, Mr. Baggy Pants. I don't know what he or I did to deserve that, but hey, I appreciate it. Testing a new card, it works. Oh, thank you. That's a great way to test your new cards. I wish more people would do that. Good. Maybe are you sure it worked though? I mean, who knows? Maybe it just works with really, really small charges. Thank you, dude. Too well. Oh god. Where's confirmation? Like the confirmation that you bought something? Oh, don't forget to test if the charge. No, don't test that. Don't test that. I think Twitch will ban you if you do. You didn't get any, like, are you sure you want to make this purchase thing?
You continue to approach the princess, even as the repeated gouges of your blade expose bone and muscle to the open air of the basement.
You know, this would be a lot easier if you gave us a hand.
Remember that same mobile app, are you sure? In a little bit hard to have this conversation. Okay, just gonna continue. Okay, 1 second.
My influence only goes so far, and I can only juggle so many things at once. The best I can do right now is to continue to drive you forward. Believe me, this whole ordeal would be so much easier if I didn't have to contend with free will.
You're the one making things difficult. You're the one making us hurt. She doesn't want to hurt us. She's just doing what she has to.
Stop.
Oh, there we go. I was gonna say that at least here in Norway, it only does some charges depending on how big they are and what websites they're from, I think, so We have the same thing where every time you buy something, the mobile app is like, hey, is this you buying this thing? But sometimes it doesn't for some reason. I don't know what the logic is there. I thought it was like a price threshold. So I was like, oh, of course when I buy like a 500 euro Steam or 50 euro Steam game, of course it's gonna pop up. But then sometimes it doesn't, so I actually have no idea, but yeah. It costs me 2 times more to buy subs on mobile. Weird how that works. Yeah, that's something that has something to do with that's because Twitch gets charged. They have to give some of the money to like the Play Store and stuff, I think, and Apple. So they ideally they don't want you to buy subs there. They want you to buy them on the desktop client, I think.
As you finish crossing the room, you fall to your knees at the princess's feet, your chest heaving as your blood pools in the crevices of the stone floor, the coppery taste coating your throat.
There's no regional pricing either, gets charged to me in USD. Oh, I did. That's interesting. I don't know if it does that for me. Let's take a quick gander. Does anyone want to play Apex Girl? I got a mobile game app. Or ad. Yeah, it's Google Apple that gets a cut. Let's see. Can I go to my own channel? My channel. How do you even get to gifting subs here? I don't even know how to gift subs. I can share. I don't even know, like... I'll click to all this in the chat. I'm out. Pin. Maybe because it's my own, stream account? I paid on Discord and now I'm praying that I can still pay. Oh, yeah. Oh, dude, yeah, I lost that when when my bank card stuff was bad, I think. I lost the grandfathered. And it does kroners for me at least. I'm still playing 2011 rates for Spotify. Damn. When I lost access to my bank, I lost all my old subscriptions. But luckily, Son is paying for my Spotify now, so I mean, who really won there, right?
The princess kneels down, lifting your chin with her finger as her face lowers to yours.
You have to be a download, Andy. Wait, what do you mean?
Your devotion is misplaced. You've surrendered to delusion. But something about your defiant spirit speaks to me. You are different than you were before. Perhaps, if you've learned your lesson, I can spare you from the release of death.
Yeah, oh yeah, I listen to offline mode, yeah. I'm an offline mode, Andy, on Spotify, yeah.
There's a place at my side for you, if you'll have it. Not as an equal, but as something worthy to be kept. A priest, perhaps, or a pet.
Well, that's the meaning, isn't it? Yes, how thoughtful of her. It's a mercy. Take it. I think he's given up whatever say he had at the start of all this. At least one of you is sane. She's within striking distance, and she's only negotiating now because she knows you have what it takes to put an end to her. Seize the moment before it's too late.
Slay the princess. What would this lead to, since I can't do this? That's weird, right?
This path is already worn by travel. and has been seen by one of my many eyes. You cannot walk it again. Change your course.
Does that mean this leads here? Slaying her leads here, I think. And then I would enter this thing with the broken instead. Oh, and the broken would completely give up here. It would just be like, oh god. Yeah, that would be Fury, I think. Flash, refuse to surrender to the tower, and then slay her. Get broken. I'll note that down. Maybe that's going to be relevant for something.
Wait, what?
But I can resist now. I said no!
It's pointless to resist. In the end, everything submits to oblivion. But you're not the one resisting me, are you? There's something else in there. Is that a person? No, it used
We
to
already
be a
saw
person.
this.
Is she talking? That's impossible. She's not supposed.
You're a shriveling little worm
No. What are you talking about?
I don't care what you are.
You bring the blade to your neck.
You slice through soft flesh, severing veins and arteries. Your blood flowing freely down your. No.
When I see you again,
Worm boy.
you'll free me from my chains and deliver me to the destiny that lies beyond this place.
We will. I promise.
I know you will.
Hi, Logan.
Everything goes dark, and you die.
The apotheosis. Which,
You're on a path in the woods.
that's after the Fury.
Oh, let me guess. And at the end of the path is a cabin.
The apotheosis. After getting tower, keep fighting. Is the only way to get her to not be able to slay her? They also have codename Eclipse. Take Revolo. After getting tower, keep fighting, and then do not slay her, but resist her. Might require you getting the Fury first? Question mark? Because I couldn't resist before I tried to slay her, so. Someone keeps dropping something metallic in my neighbor's house. Are they throwing machetes around? Hello again. Alright, I'm gonna go pee, everyone. Before we go look at the apotheosis. Bye-bye. Bye-bye. boop, boop, boop. Hi. Eclipse. In before Enda is trying to figure out all vessels backseating not needed. Yeah. I was thinking when we do the next round of vessels, if we do tower first into Fury, then we can assure that adversary can't go into Fury either. Right? Because then when we get to adversary, she cannot go Fury. That means that we can have a better chance of getting here. And this one we know how to get, I think. This one should be pretty easy. These ones are a little bit harder.
Excuse me? Come on, man. We can see it right in front of us. And besides, we've been here like, what, 5 times already? I think this is 3.
Who cares? The woods are always the worst part anyway. Nothing ever happens in them. I care. Every single time you've been here, it means an entire other reality has been damned to oblivion. One reality is already an incalculable loss. And there is a massive difference between 3 and 5.
Feels like the numbers getting thrown around here are too big not to be abstract. Numbers like 5.
Numbers like entire realities. At the end of the day, it's all
we have the contrarian.
Silly, isn't it? None of us can count to a whole reality, and he's asking us to think about the difference between 3 and 5.
I should write that this is from Tower too. Tower. This is from Tower and well, actually, I don't need to write that down because that should be pretty straightforward. Such as looking at the thing, right? Actually, we should, because maybe there's some of these that lead to 3. The adversary. Wraith Apotheosis. Wraith Apotheosis. But I'm just doing my notes a little bit. We're just doing some notes.
You're already starting to lose the thread. Just because you can't personally sum up the contents of an entire reality doesn't mean that the people inhabiting it don't contain moral value.
Don't you get it? Might makes right, and she didn't even have to touch us last time to prove her power.
Contrarian has a point. I only think the Smitten has a point. I don't think anyone else has a point ever. Only the Smitten.
So what? Just because she made us kill ourselves, we're supposed to submit to her authority without question?
I knew when to surrender to our better. You would have lost eventually anyway, and it would only have made her angry. It would only have made things worse for all of us.
Oh, for the love of... Can you all please just get on with it? You're not making this any easier for yourselves.
Do we even have agency right now? We either do what she wants, or we do what he wants. Either way, we're listening to somebody. Please, nothing in life is a binary. Obviously, we find a third choice that nobody wants.
Yeah, that's a good one.
You all talk about choices and freedom, but there is no choice when it comes to the will of a god.
I'm going to cut you off right there. She is not a god, and the more times you fail, the harder it becomes for you to succeed. But the fact that you're still here means you still have a chance to pull this off. So, princess, dangerous, cabin, slay, now.
Contrarian, so progressive. Just doing, like, choosing the option no one wants. That's progressive. Let's just do whatever no one wants to do. Now, hold on. I have so many questions.
And right now, you have neither the time nor the mental acuity to handle a single response. It's now or never.
Nothing in life is binary. Okay. I'm not going to the cabin until I have answers. What am I?
As you finish your inane question, the ground quakes beneath your feet. You feel an unyielding force pulling at you and your surroundings. The trees start to sway and then crumble, breaking apart as everything is drawn towards the cabin. Even the earth beneath you seems to shift, your feet unable to grip solid ground as you're dragged forward along with everything else.
The end of everything. The beginning of something new. The moment we open that door, she will be free.
Any
Forever.
words of warning? You already know everything you need to know.
Proceed to the cabin.
As you step forward, the cabin explodes. You're flung backwards, violently slamming into a tree as debris rains down around you. You watch in paralyzed awe and terror as the princess emerges, her body unfurling from some vast space as she stands upright to face you. The world bows to her. The ruined landscape shifts, trees and stone and the ground itself succumbing to her gravity, orbiting her like a great black hole.
Finally, the little bird has set me free. This is always how it was going to end. And this is always how it was going to begin.
There's a loud thunk from the tree behind you as something embeds in its shattered bark. Your pristine blade. It's now or never.
Hey, funny one. Didn't you say something about a third option earlier? One that would make everyone unhappy?
Well, we could always run away, right? To where? I don't know. Anywhere.
You're all ruining the moment of her ascension. Have you no respect for the divine?
I think we've already gone down this route pretty hard, so we'll take the blade.
With a grim determination, you yank the blade from the trunk. Yeah, this feels right. She doesn't get to just smugly stand over us like we don't matter. Let's take her down a peg.
You're not going to win. You know that, right? What are you going to do with that tiny blade? Give her a scratch?
Even if that's all we manage, I'd rather go down swinging. See how everything's floating around her? I bet we could make it if we just jumped really hard. You gather yourself, closing your eyes and shutting out the towering vision of the princess. There is only her and you. That's all there ever was. It's time to face her.
Charge into oblivion!
You launch yourself towards the princess. The pull of her gravity catches you, carrying you across the ground into the violent swirl of her orbit.
Such defiance even now. Do it then. Show me what you think it takes to end that which is destined to end everything.
Don't you see how hopeless this is? She fears nothing.
That's right, she doesn't! So she has no idea what she's in for. With a heavy thump, you land on her chest.
Oh, okay, that's a good place to be.
It's now or never. We've come this far. Let's take it home.
Carve into her divine heart.
You strike, but her skin is like steel. Though you stab at her again and again, the wounds are superficial, mere etchings in a sprawling surface.
You see? It was always pointless. All this has done is bring us close to her. And how beautiful it is to be so close.
It's not pointless, it can't be. We wouldn't be here if there wasn't some hope we could succeed.
Is that all?
The princess plucks you from her chest, pinching the scruff of your neck delicately between two fingers as she brings you to eye level.
I forgive you your transgressions. But my destiny is inescapable.
She thinks she's so much better than us. There has to be something else we can do. We're not going out like this.
He offered us forgiveness. You would turn down such an incredible gift. You would turn away from her glory for something as petty as pride.
Hurl the blade at her eye.
Yes, yes, let's give her something to remember us by. You concentrate your will to a fine point and hurl your blade at the princess's eye. It flies through the night sky and then nothing.
She could never be harmed by...
Nice.
It pierces her cornea. She howls, recoiling in pain, and you fall from her distracted hand. You hit the ground with a painful thud. She narrowly misses you as she comes crashing down to her knees.
So I've misread you. You are not the willful key that will turn the lock of my liberation. You are an enemy to be smitten by my hand.
The princess holds up her monumental hand, its glowing palm radiating a blinding light. It grows and grows until it's all you can see. And then you erupt, your very soul mere kindling to her light. The inferno incinerates everything that is you. And with it... No, that's not right. Why is it hot? I'm not supposed to be able to feel anything. Oh no. Oh no.
I had them though.
You leave me no other choice. Suffer for the crime you have committed against my divine body. Damnation will purify us both.
There's nothing left to burn, yet still you persist amidst a
It's
world
cold
unraveled.
now, and I feel small. I thought I was everything. But I'm no better than you, am I?
Yeah, that's a lot of little hands, huh? Leave a divine being with a blinding scar. 7.3% of players. Dude, I'm getting older rare achievements today.
Do you know what we'll find out there?
Oh wait, I thought this was the last one. How many more vessels do you need? Do you have any thoughts on this vessel?
This one sits at the cusp of awakening. A new god, waiting to be born. She will make for a terrifying and divine heart.
Keep fighting her and stab her in the eye. There's a bunch of different ones to get there. There's like 3 different ones. What is a big on the head is visible? Yeah.
Do not mourn her, for she has finally found her light.
Okay. Terrifying and divine. She's the only one that's had 2, I think. That's an interesting one to bring her for sure. Which prince did we get first in this run or in general? In this run we got the Fury first or the Spectre? I think I got the Spectre first. I don't remember. I think this run is Spectre, Beast, Fury, and Apotheosis so far, I think. Let's do some leaving shenanigans.
Seriously? There won't be a new dawn if the world ends. There'll just be nothing forever. Fine. I suppose you just... That's great to hear. As long as you bring that fiery attitude to princess slaying, I think this will all resolve splendidly. A warning.
before you go any further.
She's gonna
She
lie to
will
me.
lie.
Yeah.
Fortunately, she's only a prince. We can't just go through with this and listen to him. She's a princess.
By running from the cabin the first time, I've done that before. I've done that. But also no
The
no
interior
backseating,
of the
please.
cabin is almost entirely bare. The
I've already gotten the stranger first. Is that what you're talking about? Try to help her, but narrator forces to kill her. Okay, so we... grab the blade? Right? It doesn't... I don't think it matters. Maybe it's easier with the blade. Got any of the strange heart ends? Yeah, I've gotten one of them. It matters to me. Well, I'm trying to remember how to get to the thing. I don't think it matters here, but I think it's easier if I get to the blade. Then I go in down here, and I'm like, hi.
Don't be a stranger. It's been so long since I've had any visitors. Come on down.
Oh.
She makes a compelling point. What if we just dropped the blade and talked? Look at her. It's not like she's a threat. Don't you dare. It's fine. We can decide what we want to do after we talk to her.
Drop it.
The blade tumbles out of your trembling hands and drops to the floor with an unceremonious clang.
We talked enough. Getting out of here, examine the chains.
Maybe it's somewhere upstairs. Doubtful.
Save the princess.
Against your better judgment.
Warn her.
Stop.
Assist. I think this is the prisoner. I'm not. I skipped over the titles card. God damn it. Oh yeah, I think this is the prisoner. My third eye saw prisoner card, okay. Just to make a clearer note here, to get the prisoner, try to help an narrator force you to kill her. You have to, like, to get prisoner, you go in with intent to kill, then hesitate and free her, and then get forced to kill her. Chapter 2. I don't remember what we did last time, is the thing. I'll enter without a blade.
I'm afraid I'm going to insist we take the blade. We're in a dangerous situation, and I'm not letting us go down there without a weapon.
We have the skeptic with us.
Are you sure? What if she, I don't know, turns it against us? Which I'm bringing up in a purely hypothetical manner.
Yes, I'm sure.
Turns it against you? She's a prisoner here. She'll only be able to turn it against you if you give it to her. Which you won't be doing because she's an existential threat to the entire world.
Self-invited into... Yeah, I remember that. I just don't remember if I grabbed the blade or not.
I'm trusting you.
Hey, don't I gotta say what's the big deal? Bad idea.
Yeah, but not about this. Call it a reflex. We take the knife as we go.
Wonderful. You do exactly that, sweeping the blade from the table before proceeding to the basement.
Don't worry about it. We have a knife, so what? It's not like we have to use
It's
it.
not possible to not get the blade. Well,
No, you don't have to do anything, but you do well to use it regardless. Moving on.
well, maybe I could if I can get her somehow without the skeptic.
The door to the basement creaks open, revealing an old stone staircase. A few sputtering torches attempt to vaguely illuminate your path, dancing across glimmering patches of slimy moss on the stone steps. If the princess lives here, slaying her would her voice, harsh but controlled, carries up the stairs. You walk down the stairs and lock eyes with the princess. Why would you be worried about her restraints? If anything, they'll make your job easier. Have you noticed the empty chain on the wall?
Okay, so I haven't done the slay the princess thing here, so that's the easiest one. Let's just do that one, I guess. Slay the princess.
Without a moment of hesitation, you charge the princess, your blade primed to deliver a lethal strike.
I am not a damsel to be helplessly murdered.
As you move to strike the princess, she stands, her chains clinking as she wraps them around her fists. In an instant, they're around your neck, both of you dropping to the ground as she pulls them taut, bracing her body against yours as you struggle uselessly.
Drop it, or you die.
I thought this was going to be a safe move, but she's going to kill us. Just listen to her, do what she says.
How many times did I warn you she's not to be trusted? But while strangulation can be very distracting, she's not armed, and you have your pristine blade. End her before she ends you.
Slay the princess!
Steel your will and refuse to give in to the princess's demands, ignoring the stars dancing in your eyes and the screaming of your starved lungs. You strike. You fumble your first few attempts, only making surface-level scratches and gouges as your arm flails forward, barely able to obey you. But a single focused blow was all it took. Your blade pierces up through her ribs, slicing through flesh, striking her heart. The chains loosen. The darkness creeping in at the edges of your vision subsides.
None of this was ever very fair, was it? But I did kill you last time. I should have expected you might want some petty revenge. Unfortunately for you, that means you've dug your own grave. You can forget about me ever helping you again, even if it damns us both.
And just like that, the princess is slain and the world is saved.
Execute a prisoner.
Whenever you're ready, you can proceed to your reward.
I don't like this. It was too easy. It was not too easy. We almost died.
That's right. This was an incredibly difficult task, and you performed it admirably.
Let's just get out of here. I don't like looking at her body. Plus, he said there'd be a reward. I'd appreciate a reward right about now.
You have the attention span of a fly. How are we supposed to unravel the mysteries of this place if you're so easily distracted by empty promises?
It's better to have a short attention span in a situation like this. There's no use dwelling on the past, especially when it's already set in stone, and especially when your promised reward is not, in fact, empty and is worth all the adversity you've been through to get here.
Fine. But if we're leaving, then we're taking the blade. I feel exposed without it.
With your work done, you remove the blade from the princess's corpse and make your way back upstairs, closing the door to the basement behind you. You can think of it as sealing yourself off from an unpleasant chapter of your life. It's all uphill from here.
The windows. Do you see that? We used to be able to see the outside world from up here, but now it's just empty. The door. Check the door.
Open the door and accept your reward.
You open the cabin door, ready to return to a world saved from certain doom. Only a world saved from certain doom isn't what you find. Instead, what you find is nothing.
You don't have to act surprised. We could see this vast emptiness through the windows.
But if everything's gone, does that mean we're not gonna get our reward?
This is your reward. An eternity of bliss, if you'll have it. And I suggest that you have it.
I don't remember exactly what the narrator said at the end, but it seems like the implication was that he wanted me to permanently kill the princess, right? Like the death. He wants me to permanently kill death. But it seems a little bit like the actual plan here was just to put you in like an infinite loop, right? Where, well, not even a loop necessarily, but maybe an infinite loop, where I kill her and then I just stay here forever, and then everything in the world outside is fine right now, right?
Okay. This is what's best for everyone. Trust me.
Like hell it is.
I hope I get a better ending
This
for
isn't
the
an
world.
ending. In fact, now that the princess has been slain, endings are...
Time passes. Decades? No, it can't be decades. We can't go along with this. We can't let him win.
What do you suggest
We
then?
still have a blade.
Suggesting you kill yourself. You shouldn't kill yourself when you have...
Slay yourself.
You goddamn spiteful bastard. Are you really going to turn down immortality itself just to make me lose?
I think the narrator is giga afraid of death and resets kill him. Yeah. Oh yeah. But I'm saying like there's like two kind of plots happening here, right? Which is that. But well, I guess it's probably that the narrator underestimated death. But part of the setup here, right, is that. The setup that we experience is that we kill we bring vessels to death, right? Whatever, I forgot the blinding light or whatever she's called. We bring her vessels, then eventually we can actually choose to kill her. But that was not part of the narrator's design. The narrator's actual design was we're in the forest, we woke up, we kill her, and then we're just stuck there forever, right? That's his design. His design wasn't a final end to that. It was just kind of this. Well, it was a possible final end, but it was just this, right? This was his design. What's happening right now? I kill death, or I kill death, the princess. And then I'm just here forever. Literally, I'm just stuck here forever. He just tells me I'm happy. But I guess the voices sabotage him, right? Because if the voices weren't here, I would just be here forever. Oh, whoops, didn't mean to do that. Like this is exactly what the narrator wanted to happen. And if it wasn't for the voices, I would just be here, because he would just be like, "You're happy," and I'm like, "Oh, I'm happy." But because we have like voices with us, they sabotage him.
Why should it matter if we die at this point? Haven't you already gotten what you want?
And it seems like the narrator understands that if we kill ourselves, that will like reset this too, right?
I don't have to answer that.
That's all we needed to hear.
You raise the blade, then drive it into your heart. You collapse to the floor, everything goes dark, and you die. You're a genocidal maniac, you know that, right?
Oh, and of course that makes perfect sense, because the entire narrative is that what you believe to be true is what's true, right? Well, he can't tell you what's happening, because if you believe the wrong thing about the princess, then the princess is different, right? So he needs you to believe the princess is dead, and if the princess is dead, then she is dead because you believe it to be true. But if you stop existing, then that's the spiral.
Yeah, we'll see about that.
And that's also why the hearts at the end could make a difference, right? Because depending on what the hearts I bring her, I believe different things about her to be true. I might believe that she's kind or that she's evil or whatever. The Grey. Nice.
You're on a path in the woods. See? That wasn't so bad. And now we've got another chance to get to the bottom of things. Bit by bit, we're starting to unravel this place.
Interesting. The Grey is the next to last one. In chapter 2, we killed the princess repeatedly.